Okay, that looked superhero-esque. Wait a minute. Hold on a minute. Does Adrian have superpowers that I'm just unaware of? Does he actually have superpowers? Look, what is that animal? Did he invent a new animal? Very long movie, Zack Snyder. Very long movie. If you want me to get sold on you as a director, you need to make your movies a little bit shorter. Just a tad bit. Or maybe this movie could have been a part 1 and a part 2. Leave me a cliffhanger. Leave me a cliffhanger. Make me come back for a part 2. I don't know. You could have added in an extra 30 minutes and then made it a part 1 and a part 2. Just my thoughts. Okay. Goodbye. Guys, what's going on? So today is a very exciting day for me. We are watching the Watchmen movie from 2009, I believe. Let me double check that. Yes, 2009, Zack Snyder. I watched this movie, let's see, when did I watch it? I watched it in February of 2019. So it's been over 2 years. Wow, I didn't realize it'd been that long. I thought it had been like a year and a half. And for those of you who have watched my reaction commentary series to the Watchmen TV show, I'll leave a little link to that up there so you can check that out if you haven't seen it. But I talked about a couple times how I did not like the Watchmen movie too much. I gave it like a 7 out of 10, which seems relatively high, but that's a 70%. Technically that's a C. Technically, kind of. I don't know. Ratings are weird, but I give it a 3.5 out of 5 stars, which for me, on like my own personal scale, is like good. It's a good. It's not a really good, it's not a really great, it's not a perfect, but it's not bad. I just thought it was good. It was solid. It was very well made, you know, but it was just very long and not anything like I was expecting it to be, and it was slow in a lot of ways. Really, the parts that stood out to me were the opening sequence, which is fantastic, and then Dr. Manhattan I thought was really interesting. But when I was watching the Watchmen TV show, I was like, oh my god, there's so many aspects of this that I feel like will be enhanced by watching the movie again. For example, a couple of the characters, Ozymandias or Adrian Veidt, and then Laurie. Their characters, I could tell, had history from the graphic novels and from the movie. I assumed they were like younger characters from the movie. So I was really, really, really excited to go back, watch the movie that takes place. I believe I saw someone comment in my episode 1 and 2 reaction, I think in the 80s? 1980s, I think. It may say again in the movie, but I believe this takes place in the 1980s, and then the show took place in modern day. So I'm very excited. Really quickly before I start the movie, I'm gonna like kind of go over the cast a little bit, because I don't want to be going the whole movie going, where's Laurie? Where's young Laurie? Where's young Adrian? And then I find out that they were like being called by their superhero names the whole time, or they were being called by some like nickname or something, making it so I am not aware that that's them, you know? I want to make sure I'm going in and I know who these characters are. Okay, so we've got Jackie Earle Haley playing, I'm gonna say this word wrong, but Rorschach? But that name was said multiple times in the TV show. I'm pretty sure he's the one that the Flag Smasher's mask was like based on, like his superhero mask. So cool. Patrick Wilson is Night Owl. I don't think he was ever mentioned in the show. Jeffrey Dean Morgan is Edward Blake. I know that name. That name was mentioned in the show, I think. That's Laurie's dad. Yes, that is Laurie's dad. That's revealed in the graphic novel, and then it was also mentioned in the show that Edward Blake was Laurie's dad, right? Laurie Mennel is Janie Slater. I don't remember that name. Billy Crudup is Dr. Manhattan. Yep, we know that one. Matthew Goode is Adrian Veidt, aka Ozymandias. Matthew Goode looks pretty young, so this is a young Adrian Veidt, which is kind of weird then when you look at the show, because in the show he's still played by the same actor that is in like present day, and he like doesn't look too much older from what I remember. Carla Gugino, love her. She's playing Sally Jupiter, aka Silk Spectre, aka Laurie's mom. Malin Ackerman. Sorry if I mispronounced that. She's playing Laurie. Okay, I need to remember that. Okay. And anything else? Oh, there's 2 Night Owls. There's a Night Owl and then Patrick Wilson's Night Owl 2. Why is that? Okay. Yeah. Then there's just a bunch of other names that I don't think are too important. Okay. So one thing I do want to discuss that I didn't discuss really in my show reactions that I feel like I should have mentioned was one thing I'd forgotten about the Watchmen world is what type of superheroes they are. From what I was able to gather in the show, I had forgotten that it wasn't really a lot of people with superpowers like I assumed, because when you look at Watchmen, these like people taking down bad guys or whatever, I go to how a lot of other superhero stuff is, where they have superpowers. That's a thing. And so it kind of threw me off in the show when it's like the only person here with powers is Dr. Manhattan. Everyone else is just a regular day person, and it wasn't necessarily superheroes as much as masked vigilantes. So people who were saving people and were taking down bad guys, but they didn't have powers. They were just in a mask. And they had a name that they went by, like a superhero code name, hidden name. I can't remember what that's called. Anyways, I also would like to point out on this little poster here for Watchmen, this guy in this Batman type suit. I remember him in the show. He's in like episode 3, and Laurie like takes him down. And I remember specifically in my commentary being like, oh, he looks like Batman. And then he had a name that like kind of seemed like Batman. Is this Night Owl? Because I don't remember them saying he was Night Owl in the show. I thought his name was like Shadow something. Or Shadows, or Shadow Man. I don't remember him saying Night Owl. Maybe I did. I don't know. Anyways, let's just get right into the movie. The main thing I'm nervous about is that I'm gonna have kind of similar feelings to when I originally watched this movie I remember it even took me a couple days to watch because it was so long and it was just going on forever. I'm really hoping that my newfound knowledge of this world from the show and just my general curiosity and Googling stuff, I hope that's gonna make me enjoy the movie more than I did the first time, because I'm gonna be kind of really interested in the backstories of Adrian Veidt and Laurie and Dr. Manhattan. I'm really just so much more into and curious about those characters now that I've seen them in the show. So let's get started. Oh my god, almost 3 hours. Zack Snyder, why do you do this? Why are all your movies so long? I just remembered something else. A viewer commented this on my episode 1 and 2 reaction, so I don't remember your name right now, but props to you for telling me this, because I did not know this and I thought this was really interesting, and I want to point out now that this movie changed what Adrian Veidt did. The big thing he did like in the 80s or whatever, Zack Snyder changed what he did. So in this movie, it's a bomb, right? It's a bomb, but in the graphic novel, it was the giant squid. And so they brought that back in the show. So in the show, it was a giant squid, but in this, it's gonna be a bomb. Cool. So is this the bomb that they're referring to right now on TV? Are we already talking about it? Has he already done it? Does he do it in the movie? Or is it something that happens before or after the movie? Or does it happen at the end of the movie? I don't know. Let's just continue. One more thing I forgot to mention. I said this a couple times in my reaction to the Watchmen show. Despite me already having seen this over 2 years ago, I remember nothing. Literally nothing. I only remembered the cool opening sequence and that Dr. Manhattan existed and he was blue and that he was on Mars at the end of the movie. That's all I remembered. So this is pretty much a first time viewing for me. Okay, so Adrian hasn't unleashed his bomb yet. They're talking about the Russians testing their bombs. Oh, is he a bad guy? Oh, he has that smiley face thing on his bathrobe. I'm guessing the evil people in this movie, their symbol is a smiley face, versus in the show, it was like the Flag Smasher mask. I could never be a superhero, like unless I had some sort of power. Because like right here, he is just relying on his brutal strength and fighting skills, and that is very stressful whenever the guy has a whole like sleeve of knives. That's too stressful. I couldn't do that. I'm sorry. Oh, here comes the Bob Dylan opening sequence I love. This is so cool. One of them looks very much like Captain America. Whoa, Hooded Justice. Okay, wait, the Minutemen. Hello. Wait, what year has this picture been taken? Oh, okay, hold on. Okay, I was not expecting to see Hooded Justice here. Is Hooded Justice in the credits? What? Who's Hooded Justice? Yeah, there's no Hooded Justice cast here. There's literally no Hooded Justice in the entire cast list. So I guess he just like doesn't have any lines and he's literally just in this picture, because I think also from what I remember, this is like a flashback to whenever the Minutemen, whenever these masked vigilantes were like at their prime, they were considered heroes. Why does his head have to be right over where the year goes? I'm gonna guess this is 1960 or 70. I'm trying to remember when the Hooded Justice flashbacks took place in the show. My brain was thinking the 50s, but I don't think so at all, no. Or maybe this is, I think, sometime between the 50s and 70s, and so then the movie then actually takes place in the 80s when these masked vigilantes are like not as loved anymore, right? They're like they're not considered as much of a hero as they were in the past. There's Adrian Veidt. No, wait, that's not Adrian Veidt, but that looks kind of similar to the getup that Adrian Veidt wore in the show, like near the end. Just a little bit? Maybe not. Either way, the one that's really significant to me here is Hooded Justice. Interesting. I wonder how much. I don't think we're going to go much into Hooded Justice in this movie, but it'd be interesting if we did. Oh, I love this. I love the take on this classic picture. Wait, was that whole thing right there with the classic World War II picture whenever World War II ended? Was that actually when World War II ended? Does that girl not age? Or is this taking place when World War II ended? And these people are all just now old in the present time of this movie? Like, are we seeing stuff in that time when World War II is ending right now? Or at least in that little shot there. Oh, yeah, okay. So in this shot, she's pregnant with Laurie here. And then the movie takes place with Laurie as like a teenager or a young adult. So yeah, this is like 20 plus years, or at least 15 to 18 years before the movie actually takes place. So this 100% is probably right. These scenes we're seeing are in the 50s, which is when I thought the Hooded Justice flashbacks in the show took place. Dr. Manhattan, oh my god, and John F. Kennedy, that's cool. Oh, okay, I see time going on here. So World War II is ending, we were in the 50s, and then we saw JFK get assassinated, that was in the 60s. So now it's been a decade since those previous shots in this. Okay, the time is going quickly. I was not expecting there so much time to go by in this opening sequence. So Laurie, it looks like, if she's the one walking down that hallway right now, she's like a little girl. Oh, okay, Man on the Moon. We aren't in the 70s yet, then. This is 68? Maybe 66. Oh, and Dr. Manhattan's there. Oh, and an updated picture of like maybe the updated superheroes. So Dr. Manhattan, we've got Rorschach, whatever his name is there. We've got the owl guy, I guess, there, and I don't know who the rest of them are. Wait, is that Laurie? Was that Laurie with her ponytail? Yeah, so this is the new edition of superheroes. But see, it's like they're not even masked vigilantes, because not all of them are masked. Like, if that was Laurie right there, even if it wasn't Laurie, whoever that girl was, she was not masked. Masked? That's a really hard word for me to say, but anyways, it's like some of them are masked, but not all of them. So it's like, I'm just going to continue calling them superheroes, even if they don't have powers. I don't want to have to keep saying masked vigilantes over and over again, so. That is such a good opening title sequence. How it just goes through time and shows you all these major events in history, and then like how the superheroes were involved or like were around it when it was all happening. I just love that.
Yeah, I saw the body. For a guy his age, he was in terrific shape.
Hold on.
You mean apart from being dead?
Edward Blake was the guy who was killed at the beginning? You know, I remember something about him. He died, but I didn't realize that was him.
Rorschach's journal.
Rorschach. That's how you say it, Rorschach. 1985. Cool.
Dog carcass in alley this morning. Dire tread on burst stomach.
Your diary is like poetry. Oh, there's the Flag Smasher's mask.
And when the drains finally scab over, all the vermin will drown.
Why are your diary entries so poetic? Oh my god, the mask is like moving. Is it even a mask or is it a part of his face? Hold on a minute. What was all that about there? Are they going to explain to us why his mask moves all weirdly like that? That is just weird. Okay, that picture. Ooh, There's an error. That picture was the one that was taken during the opening, and in that, the sign was so low that the 1940, the guy in the middle was covering up the 4 in 40, so we couldn't see what year it was, but in that picture, the text is all moved up enough that we can see what year it is. That is a continuity error right there. They made it so we could see the year, but they didn't manage to do that in the opening sequence. Odd. I feel like that would have been something I would have noticed with so much emphasis on the picture now.
You're a better night owl than I ever was.
Night Owl 1 and 2.
Human bean juice. Badge belonged to the comedian. Blood too. He's dead.
Okay, so the smiley face wasn't like a symbol for a lot of bad guys. It was just the comedian symbol. Got it. Picture having a tunnel in your basement. That is just crazy. Also, someone please explain why Rorschach's mask moves like that. Someone who's read the graphic novels and maybe has some sort of explanation, because I am very confused on that front. Oh, it's Adrian. It's Adrian. This office is giving me Mr. Grey vibes from 50 Shades of Grey. I don't remember the main character's name. Something Grey.
In all likelihood, nuclear holocaust.
Wow. The guy who played Dr. Manhattan in the show, I know I'm going to screw up his name. It's like Yayul Abdul Yal. Let me look it up. Hold on. Yahya. Yeah, okay. Yahya Abdul Mateen II. He did a really good job at vocalizing how Dr. Manhattan sounds here, how Billy Crudup did him in this movie. Just kind of the way he says stuff. The calmness to his voice. I think Yahya Abdul Mateen really did that well. Like, he said, like, obviously this is Billy Crudup, this is not him, but it's like they sound very similar. Are we gonna ever hear an explanation as to how John became Dr. Manhattan? I don't know if any of his backstory here is explored here in the movie, but I remember in the show, they did show a flashback of whenever he was a kid and he was at that castle with those people, and he was a human boy. From what we could see, he was not blue. He did not have this whole weird thing with time going on where he can like be multiple places at once and like see the future, the past, and the present all at the same time and all that type of stuff. He was human. How did he become Dr. Manhattan? I feel like it was something like some sort of weird scientific experiment or radiation, or I don't know, it was something. Something happened to him that made him like this. But he's just so powerful with how much he can do, how many powers he has, the little circle on his head, the whites of his eyes, how he can grow and shrink, and how all of his time works. It's not like he just has one superhero or superpower. He has like a bajillion. He's literally one of the most powerful people, or one of the most powerful beings, I feel like, in like kind of superhero comic history in a way. It's like there's just so much he can do. He's so powerful. He literally is like a god, kind of like how Laurie describes him in the show. Is it covered in the graphic novels? It must be. Or graphic novel. I don't know how many like editions or things there are. I'm not a comic graphic novel reader. I wish I was, but you know what I'm trying to say. Anyways, is it covered there, or are we going to get some sort of backstory in the movie as well? Because I need to know how he came to be like this. Hooded Justice. Okay, Hooded Justice had a line. Why was he not in the credits?
This will make you hot. What?
Another line. Why is he not in the credits? Or the, like, cast list. Oh my god. Imagine seeing that. Yo, hold on a minute. You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of the shot in Kong Skull Island. I just watched Kong Skull Island a couple days ago, and that's like the shot of like when it's like the sun and there's like, I think there's helicopters even going near the sun, and then it's just Kong's big silhouette walking. I don't remember if it was towards the camera or away from the camera. Either way, it was very similar to that. That is so funny. Don't do that. She has a baby. You really couldn't stop that, Dr. Manhattan?
She was pregnant.
Can't you heal her, Dr. Manhattan? Does he not have healing abilities? I feel like he could, like, take the bullet right out of her.
You could have turned the gun into steam, the bullets into mercury, the bottle into goddamn snowflakes, but you didn't, did you?
Exactly. Patrick Wilson is constantly either having rain-coated glasses, or he's cleaning them from them being in the rain, or he's just cleaning them in general. Am I ever going to see a scene with Patrick Wilson in those glasses where he's not cleaning them or they're wet with rain? I was not expecting this movie to be so much about the comedian. Honestly, I don't know why. Just was not expecting it. Oh my god, his ears. His ears are so pointed. Hello? Why does he have, like, elf ears? Why does he have elf ears? Oh my god, it's like the universe is in his eyes.
A renowned nuclear physicist who, through a terrible accident, was gifted with extraordinary powers.
Terrible accident. Okay. I knew it was some sort of terrible accident. Jeez, how terrible of an accident could it have really been to make him go from a human being to literally blue? Blue! With a circle on your head. And teleportation capabilities and the capability to, like, change your size at will, amongst so many other things.
You were my whole life. Do you remember how many times you said you loved me?
Another girl
Jenny, I wasn't told.
I stuck
who
by
was
you
with
after the accident. I gave
Dr.
you
Manhattan.
everything.
So there's been Lori, there's Angela in the show, and then there's this girl.
I said, leave me alone!
Oh, wow. Oh, did he go to Mars? Oh, he's here.
It's July 1959, and I am in love.
Oh, he was with her before he was Dr. Manhattan. Oh, I love the Dr. Manhattan. We're getting the Dr. Manhattan backstory. Thank God. This is what I've been waiting for.
It is February 12th, 1981. Wally dies of cancer, of which they now say I am the cause.
Oh, it was radiation related, wasn't it? And that's why she came up and her hair was, like, not growing back correctly. And then he got cancer. Oh my god, I totally called it earlier when I said it was something radiation related. How did I get that? It's something that happened in his lab, isn't it? Wait, oh my god, oh my god.
We can't override the time lock.
Oh no!
Don't leave me! Don't leave me!
She left and the friend didn't? Oh my god, are we gonna see him literally turn into Dr. Manhattan? This is crazy! Oh my god, it literally, like, split him. Oh my god, he literally disintegrated. How did he become Dr. Manhattan? Oh my god. There he is. Oh my god.
And screams for a moment before vanishing.
Oh my god. Oh my god. There he is. Oh, he made the circle. Why did he make it? What's the point of it?
Janie tells me she is afraid.
Oh, so he was still with Janie even as Dr. Manhattan.
I am in a room full of people wearing disguises.
Oh, that was her. She was one of them. She was one of the superhero people. Oh, wow. What is that?
A clock without a crest.
What even is that? What? What is that thing? It looks like maybe it was like some sort of weird castle, but then, like, what was that? What is he building on Mars? That was so cool! I loved that slow-mo. I loved that slow-mo so much. Oh my god, they're taking off the mask.
My face! Give me back my face!
Oh my god. He does not sound the same as whenever he reads out his journal entries. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't want to look at that. Oh my god. Ew. Don't. Oh god. What are you going to do with that? Oh god. Oh god. Oh my god. This is so dark. This is such a dark movie.
I'm not locked in here with you.
You're locked in here with me!
I mean, that's technically the same thing. You're locked in there with them, and they're locked in there with you. Same thing. It is just so weird thinking about how she is the same character as the one that we see then older in the show. It's just so weird thinking that they're the same person. What are we doing here? What's happening here? Is this on Mars? Yeah, this is Mars. Oh. Oh. Okay. Oh, that's cool. Alright, we got an hour and 2 minutes left. This is so long. Oh, he avoided. Oh my god, he's so smart. I thought he was just avoiding the water to keep his shoes clean or something. No, he really thought that through.
Obvious, really.
Why does his voice, he has like the Batman voice. Rorschach is like this, like he's like Batman. Except not, it's just his voice. Oh my god, that was cool. I like that. Oh, I like how they're doing this. Where we're like seeing it through like the door swinging. I liked that, how they did that. That was cool.
Beautiful, isn't it?
She can't breathe. He didn't think about that fact. Oh, there we go. Okay, we're good. Okay, are we gonna get an explanation of what that is? Oh, he's making it grow more. It's just a weird contraption. It kind of looks like his circular thing a bit.
So you don't come back to Earth?
At some point.
At some point, yes, in the Watchmen TV show.
In my opinion, the existence of life is a highly overrated phenomenon.
Then what else is there? Just nothingness and you are the only being just sitting on Mars? What?
And a guy I talked to his, old friend's daughter.
To your daughter. They're making that canon in this movie, right? It was in the graphic novels.
What is it, girl?
What is that animal? What is that? Wow. He is very agile. Between that slow-mo scene earlier and now, it seems like Adrian literally does have some sort of superpower. Okay, that looked superhero-esque. Wait a minute. Hold on a minute. Does Adrian have superpowers that I'm just unaware of? Does he actually have superpowers? Oh my god. Oh my god, that is so much. That's a lot. That is a lot. Adrian is just very extra. Honestly makes sense from this to then the castle he lives in the series, even though he wasn't the one who built that castle, Dr. Manhattan was, but still. Look, what is that animal? Did he invent a new animal? Well, there's the bomb. Wow.
Intel indicates the energy signature was generated by Dr. Manhattan.
Wait a minute, it was blamed on Dr. Manhattan? Oh yeah, it was using kind of like the same energy as Dr. Manhattan or whatever.
It was me.
It's not, yeah.
I did this.
You didn't,
Not
though.
directly.
Yeah, okay, so it was the thing that like it was the thing that like you helped build. Adrian used it to do this, and it was your type of technology, so it like has like the same energetic forces of you or whatever. No! Don't harm your cat tiger thing. What are you doing? Wait, what is happening? What? Oh my god. He literally has a thing saying like, my name is Ozymandias, King of Kings or something. He literally has like a god complex. You know, the guy who plays Adrian in the TV show really does look like an older version of this guy. He does. They did that casting well. Oh, he's back. It's just interesting seeing all this and then seeing how Dr. Manhattan and Adrian interact in the TV show at the very end of the TV show. It's just really interesting.
I have walked across the surface of the sun.
Oh wow, I wonder what that feels like. What is that? Oh, it was a remote. That was just a really weird looking remote. Why do all of these screens, like it's obviously on different news sites, And then this one just doesn't have a news site. Like, what news site doesn't have it all, like, their little address of, like, what's going on?
People have to be told.
Why does his mask move like that? Literally, it makes those shapes that they show on those, like, cards, or, like, those psychology cards of what do you see here? It makes those shapes. Oh, wow. That's a cool looking splatter. Kind of looks like his mask in a way.
I think maybe I'll create some.
And you do! You create a bunch of life on one of the moons of Jupiter. Are you gonna publish the Rorschach journal? Rorschach journal? Rorschach? Yes. Oh, it's over. Okay, that was Watchmen. That was exhausting. I just can't, the only movie I can do over 2 hours and like 20 minutes was Avengers Endgame. Like, trust me, I've done movies this long, but like the only one where I was like, I could watch another hour. I could watch 2 more hours of this. It was Avengers Endgame. That was a lot. That was a lot. I learned a lot. I now know Dr. Manhattan's backstory. I know more about Laurie, which is always great. I learned more about Adrian, which is always great. It was fun. It was fun. What I'm curious about is where is Night Owl the Second? I don't remember his name, and I'm blanking on the actor's name right now. Where is he in the show? Because from what we see, him and Laurie get together, obviously. How long do they stay together? Because obviously it seems like he's not in the picture in the show. Where did he go? Where did he go? I assume maybe he's like just like still, maybe they just broke up and he's off doing whatever. Maybe he got married to someone else and he's just completely separate from all of that stuff now, so he really had no part being in the Watchmen show. Like, he didn't really fit anymore. He wasn't a part of all that. I think I liked it better than I did the first time, just because I had more context for who the characters were and I had more interest in Dr. Manhattan and Adrian and Laurie. So yeah, I think this now is bumped up from a 3.5 out of 5 stars to a 4 out of 5 stars. Half a star more from me. It was good. It was just so long, and there was just some aspects of the plot where I was like, I don't really care. I don't really care about this whole diabolical scheme. I don't really care about that. I just was kind of more interested in the characters themselves. The thing that I think is interesting about Watchmen is it's these stories of all these masked vigilantes, of all these like heroes and stuff, but it's like barely about them doing that part. It's like, it's them after that in a sense. Like there's the flashbacks to it, and then there's some bits of them in their costumes and stuff like that, but it's like, it's kind of just, it's about them, but it's not about the work they used to do, and it's not really like the typical superhero type story, you know? I think that's interesting, and I think that's very new and creative and fun. So that little contraption that Dr. Manhattan built on Mars, still confused about what that was. So confused as to why it was necessary, because then it just got destroyed also. Like, what was the point? I guess to maybe make it whenever Laurie then came to Mars, to make the scene more dynamic and interesting, they had a little thing to walk around. It wasn't them just walking around on rock. Still, just very random contraption in my opinion. And then also the weird tiger creature that Adrian had. Okay, he just invented a new animal, a new species, and then killed it? Rude, honestly. Like, what was the point of creating that if you're just gonna destroy it? That's really rude of you. That's it. Those are my thoughts on Watchmen. That wraps up this Watchmen chapter on my channel. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly had fun. If I had to choose whether I preferred the show or the movie, 100% the show. The show is so good. The movie's great. It's very well made. There's just like, I was more captivated in the plot with the show than I was the movie. With the movie, I really am kind of just there for like 3 or 4 characters, and that's Adrian, Dr. Manhattan, Laurie, and Patrick Wilson. Him, Night Owl the Second, Patrick Wilson. I was here for him as well because he was really good. Patrick Wilson did a good job with him, but everyone else, Rorschach, I don't know, him to an extent. I kind of got tired of him after a while, but yeah, I was like more invested in the characters of the movie, but with the show, I was invested in the characters and the plot. So those are my thoughts. That's my thoughts on Watchmen. Oh, actually, one more thing. I am just kind of perplexed over the whole superpowers aspect, because obviously like they don't have superpowers, but then it comes to them these Adrian scenes where Adrian's fighting people, and it just seems like he is more fantastical than the rest of them. It seemed like he was stronger. It seemed like there was this one scene near the end and he like jumped, and it seemed very much like a superhero jump. Like, I don't think a human being, a regular human being, could make that jump. Just how it looked on camera, it did not look humanly possible. It looked like there was some superhero powers needed for that. And just, like, you'd see him pick up a guy, and he just, I don't think a regular man could pick up a guy like how he picked him up. And it's like he wasn't some huge wrestler or some huge 7-foot guy who has extra strength but is still human and can just do that. It's like, no! Adrian was like average sized. Maybe even like he looked like maybe he was 5'9" to 6'2", like, and just basic. I don't know where I'm going with this, but like he did not look like some human who could be capable of picking up a guy like how he picked up some of them, where it just seemed like he needed some powers to assist him there. Does Adrian have superpowers? I don't think so. It just kind of made it look like he did, which was kind of weird and confusing if they're trying to make it so all these people don't have powers except for Dr. Manhattan, you know? I don't know. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure to hit the notification bell so you get notified every single time I upload a new video. Also, be sure to follow me on my social media. My Instagram is @RachelRemini, my Twitter is @Rachel_Remini, and my letterboxd is just my name, Rachel Remini. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye!